Hello everyone and welcome to the Blyvale podcast, Global Connections with eSIM and SIM Card. Today we will guide you through Stop Begging for Hotel Wi-Fi, how unlimited eSIMs free you from the travel connection nightmare. Stay with us to discover how to travel always connected and without worries.
Okay, imagine this scenario. You step off the plane, you're in a brand new city, totally excited, ready to explore, but then you glance at your phone and those two words pop up. No connection.
Ugh, yeah, that feeling.
Exactly. That thrill just drains away, right?
Yeah.
And suddenly you feel kind of isolated. Next thing you know, you're on this desperate hunt for Wi-Fi, prowling the streets, maybe ducking into a random bar just to ask for the password.
Been there. Or you're stuck waiting at the airport for that dodgy public network.
Right. Maybe even asking strangers if you can hotspot for a second just to send one message. Does any of this sound familiar? Because, for modern travelers, this whole situation, the unstable connections, the crazy roaming costs, it's become, a bit of a drama.
It really has. That stress can really put a damper on the start of a trip.
I remember one trip to Rome. I swear I spent half an hour just bouncing between cafes, trying to get a stable enough signal to upload one photo. It was maddening. Well, maybe those days are actually starting to fade. In this deep dive, we're going to explore how unlimited eSIMs could, fundamentally change your travel experience, free you from that connection nightmare. We're drawing our insights today from a Blyvale blog article called Stop Begging for Hotel Wi-Fi, How Unlimited eSIMs Free You from the Travel Connection Nightmare. It's by Blyvale.
Right.
And our mission really is to unpack the limitations, the frustrations of traditional Wi-Fi and show how this new digital tech is reshaping things, letting you focus on the actual travel.
Getting rid of those digital chains, so to speak.
Exactly. Okay, so let's unpack this. The source makes it really clear that public Wi-Fi, it's got problems. Big ones, beyond just being annoying, like the security issue, for starters.
Oh, yeah.
These open networks are basically, the article calls them a haven for hackers. It's like leaving your front door wide open.
That's a really crucial point. And it's not just security, right? You're also dealing with those ridiculously slow speeds.
The speeds.
Yeah, because you've got, way too many people crammed onto the same network.
Yeah.
All fighting for bandwidth.
Precisely. And the coverage is so spotty. It only works in these tiny specific areas.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you find a spot, you get the password. If you can even find it, and they're often impossible, just this random jumble of letters and numbers.
Yeah. Good luck remembering that. And even if you jump through all those hoops, you move 10 feet away?
Signal gone.
Exactly. Continuous interruption. It's that whole cycle of frustration travelers just kind of accepted.
Part of the deal.
But, like the source points out, that's where things are really starting to shift now.
So what's the big shift then?
Well, this is where the eSIM revolution comes in. It's a really elegant alternative. So an eSIM that's embedded, it's basically a digital SIM card that's already built right into your device.
Yeah.
Your phone, your tablet, whatever.
Okay, so no little plastic card to swap.
Exactly. No fiddling with tiny bits of plastic. It gets activated instantly, usually just by scanning a QR code. The clever part, technically, is this thing called remote SIM provisioning. Instead of a physical chip with your carrier info, the network profile gets securely downloaded right onto that embedded chip already in your phone.
Okay.
And the real magic happens when you combine this tech with unlimited international offers. Suddenly, that whole concept of roaming, the scary bills, the anxiety, it starts to look very different.
How so? Different how?
Well, instead of your usual phone company charging you extra for using networks abroad, these eSIM providers often have their own deals worked out with local networks, or they bundle access, so they can offer much better, more predictable prices. It basically bypasses those traditional, often sky-high roaming fees.
Okay, so this isn't just like a slightly better SIM card. It sounds like a whole different way of thinking about staying connected when you travel.
It really is. It's a fundamental shift.
So how does that translate into, actual benefits for someone on a trip?
Right. If we look at the bigger picture, a service like Blyvale eSIM Unlimited, which the source uses as a key example, it really makes a difference by tackling those exact pain points we talked about. Take global coverage, real global coverage. The idea is your connection just follows you, whether you're, in the middle of Tokyo's financial district or some tiny village in Patagonia. It's designed to just work.
Right. And it's not just having coverage, it's the unlimited data aspect. The source really highlights that. No more counting megabytes.
Right, exactly. You want to stream a YouTube video while you're waiting for a train? Fine. go for it.
Or video call your family back home.
No problem. Now, just to be totally transparent here for everyone listening, it's worth pointing out that while they say unlimited, most plans do have a fair use policy.
Ah, okay. The fine print.
Sort of.
Mm-hmm.
It just means if you use an absolutely massive amount of data, like terabytes, they might slow down your speed. But honestly, for 99% of travelers, even heavy users, it's rarely ever an issue. You're not likely to hit those caps with normal, even extensive travel use. Gotcha. That makes sense.
Absolutely. And then there's the activation. It's instant. You get the QR code, maybe by email, scan it, and boom, connected. Usually in less than a minute.
Wow.
Yeah. No waiting in line at a shop, no filling out forms, no stress. And importantly, providers like Belayville guarantee clear pricing. No hidden roaming charges popping up later. That's huge for budgeting a trip.
That peace of mind alone sounds pretty valuable.
Yeah.
But, okay, playing devil's advocate for a second. Are there any downsides? Or situations where maybe a traditional SIM still makes sense? What about like older phones or needing help in person?
That's a really fair question. Compatibility is definitely key. You do need a reasonably modern smartphone or device that actually supports eSIM technology. Most flagships from the last few years do, but not all phones.
And while activation is usually super smooth, everything is managed digitally, often through an app. So if you run into trouble, your support channel is usually that app or online support. For some people, maybe those less comfortable with tech, having a physical SIM you could potentially take to a local store might feel simpler if something goes wrong, though honestly the convenience of eSIMs usually wins out for most nowadays.
Right. Okay. So understanding those points, what does this bigger shift towards unlimited eSIMs really mean for you, the traveler, on the ground?
It means freedom. Real freedom. Freedom from constantly worrying about finding your next connection. You can actually, focus on the experience, the place, the people, not the Wi-Fi signal.
Yeah.
It genuinely transforms everyday travel scenarios. Think about, say, a nomad photographer. Instead of wasting time hunting for a cafe with decent Wi-Fi to upload their work, they can share amazing shots instantly, right from where they took them. Helps build their brand, keeps their feed fresh. Or the business traveler. No more scheduling calls around hotel Wi-Fi. They can work from a taxi, a park bench, maybe even the beach if they're lucky. Productivity stays high.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And family vacations.
Right.
Parents don't have that guilt of dragging kids around looking for Wi-Fi just to check a map or entertain them. Kids can watch cartoons on a long train ride without you worrying about a massive bill.
Yeah. Lifesaver.
Definitely. And for the adventurous backpackers, they can share their journey in real time, update family, use navigation apps reliably, even if they're somewhere pretty remote. It adds a layer of safety and connection. So it goes beyond just being connected. It actually starts to chip away at that background anxiety, that fear of disconnection that sort of hangs over a lot of modern travel.
That's a really profound point, actually. It's not just practical, it's psychological, which makes me wonder, how does having this kind of reliable, always-on connection change how you even prepare for a trip? Does it change the planning process itself?
Oh, absolutely. It gives you total flexibility. Plans change last minute. No big deal. You can still look things up, contact people, reroute.
Right.
You're not cut off.
Right.
There's definitely increased security, too. Not just the cybersecurity aspect, but personal safety. In an emergency, you're always reachable. And you can always reach out for help or information. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And it just enables more spontaneous exploration. You don't have to map out every single step. You can wander, discover a cool-looking side street, and immediately pull up reviews or history about it. Or find a great restaurant on the fly based on real-time info.
It sounds like the technology is finally serving the experience rather than dictating it.
That's exactly it. When it works best, like with these unlimited eSIMs, you barely even notice the technology's there. It just fades into the background.
And that's the mark of true innovation, isn't it? When it becomes invisible.
Precisely. It's this kind of elegant simplicity that actually hides a ton of complexity behind the scenes. All the international agreements, the network infrastructure, the secure provisioning systems, all working together so you can just scan a QR code and go.
So when you really think about it, these unlimited eSIMs, like the Belayville one mentioned in the source, they're not just a convenience, they're almost an investment.
An investment in your time, definitely, in your peace of mind.
Yeah. Think about it. How much time did you waste last year hunting for Wi-Fi on your trips? How much stress did it cause?
It adds up.
That whole hunt for Wi-Fi, it really feels like it could become a thing of the past.
It really could. The future of global connectivity, in many ways, is already here. It's in your pocket, potentially.
So having that seamless, unlimited connectivity where the tech just dissolves into the background, how does that fundamentally change the possibilities for your adventures, for your work, for staying connected?
Yeah, what experiences, what opportunities will you prioritize now when you're finally free from those old digital chains? Something to think about.
We have reached the end of our podcast episode on Stop Begging for Hotel Wi-Fi, how unlimited eSIMs free you from the travel connection nightmare. I hope it was useful to you. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and visit blivale.com for more tips and solutions. Thanks for listening, and until the next connection.